There's a truth that's so easy to forget in the noise of everyday life. You are never alone. Even in the quiet moments, when everything feels uncertain, there is a constant presence, a steady hand that guides you. It's not just a feeling, it's a promise that stands unshaken through every season of life. Right now, you might be carrying worries, doubts, or even a heavy heart, but let me tell you something powerful. God is still with you. He hasn't left. He hasn't turned away, and He never will. Stay with me, because what we're about to declare together can change the way you see your day, your struggles, and even your future. Life can feel overwhelming at times. Some days it feels like the weight of the world is resting on your shoulders. You may face moments when fear creeps in, doubt clouds your mind, or loneliness makes your heart feel heavy. Perhaps you've felt stuck, unsure of which path to take, or you're carrying burdens you never expected to bear. These challenges can make it seem as if everything is slipping out of control. But let me remind you of this. Your struggles do not define you, and they certainly do not mean you're forgotten. It's easy to wonder where God is during these moments, but His presence is not limited by the difficulties you face. He sees every tear, hears every silent prayer, and knows the pain you may not even have words for. He hasn't abandoned you. He's walking with you through every valley, holding you when you're too tired to take another step. Challenges are part of life, but they are not the end of the story. They are opportunities to grow, to trust, and to lean on the one who never lets go. These tough moments, as painful as they may feel, are also reminders to pause, breathe, and seek the strength that only God can provide. So, don't let the struggles of today convince you that hope is gone. Don't let the storms of life make you forget the steady anchor that holds you. God is with you, even now, ready to turn your pain into purpose and your doubts into faith. Let this message settle in your heart, because what's ahead is a powerful declaration that will renew your strength and fill your spirit with peace. Stay with me. There is something truly special about taking a moment each day to speak to God. Prayer isn't just about asking for what you need. It's about building a connection, a relationship with the one who knows you better than anyone else. When you pray, you aren't just speaking words into the air. You are stepping into a sacred space, a moment where your heart meets God's love and power. Life is filled with noise, distractions, and responsibilities. But when you set aside even a few minutes for prayer, you create a space where peace can flow into your heart. Prayer calms the storms inside of you. It reminds you that you're not carrying the weight of life alone. You're inviting God to walk with you, to guide your decisions, and to renew your strength. Daily prayer doesn't have to be long or complicated. It can be as simple as saying, God, thank you for being with me today. Help me to trust you more. What matters is the intention behind it. Each time you pray, you're reminding yourself of the truth. God is in control, and He cares about every detail of your life. Through prayer, you find clarity in confusion, courage in fear, and hope in despair. It's a way to refocus your mind on what truly matters, to leave behind the worries of the day, and to lean into God's promises. Imagine starting or ending your day with the peace that comes from knowing you're heard, seen, and deeply loved by the Creator of the universe. This is the power of daily prayer. It's a lifeline that keeps you grounded, hopeful, and strong. Don't underestimate its power. Let it become a habit, a daily reminder of the God who is always with you. Prayer is a gift, one that can uplift, heal, and transform your heart. And today I want to share a special prayer with you, one that is simple but filled with power and meaning. This prayer isn't just a set of words, it's a declaration of faith, trust, and gratitude. It's a way to realign your thoughts and spirit with the truth that God is still with you, guiding you, and working in your life. The beauty of this prayer is that it can be spoken by anyone, anywhere. Whether you're starting your morning, winding down at night, or facing a difficult moment in the middle of your day, this prayer can remind you of God's constant presence and love. You don't need perfect words to connect with God. He hears your heart. But sometimes having a prayer like this can give you the focus you need to quiet your mind and invite His peace into your life. As you prepare to declare this prayer, take a moment to pause. Reflect on how God has been with you in every season, even when you didn't realize it. Think of the ways He's carried you through challenges and given you blessings, both big and small. This prayer is your opportunity to say, God, I trust you. I thank you. I welcome your guidance in my life. You'll find that this prayer is not just something you say, it's something you feel. With each word, you're drawing closer to God and stepping into a place of faith and hope. This prayer can be your anchor, a daily reminder that, no matter what, you are never alone. Let's prepare to declare it together and experience the peace and strength that only God can provide. Let's take this moment to speak words that can transform your day and bring peace to your heart. This prayer is a declaration of faith, a reminder of God's unwavering presence in your life. As you say it, allow the words to settle deeply within you, strengthening your spirit and renewing your hope. Speak it slowly, with intention, and let each phrase remind you of the love and guidance that God provides. Dear Lord, thank you for never leaving my side. No matter what I face, I know you are with me. In moments of joy, you are my greatest blessing. In times of struggle, you are my strength and my shield. Lord, today I give you my worries, my doubts, and my fears. I trust in your plan for my life, even when I can't see the way forward. Please guide my steps, fill my heart with peace, and remind me of your love every day. Thank you for being my refuge and my hope. In your name I pray. Amen. This prayer is more than words. It's an act of surrender, a way of saying, God, I know you've got this. Each time you declare this prayer, you are shifting your focus from your problems to God's promises. You are choosing faith over fear, hope over despair, and trust over uncertainty. Say this prayer every day. Let it be a moment to connect with God, to realign your heart with His truth, and to feel His peace surround you. Over time, you'll notice how these simple words have the power to strengthen your faith and remind you that no matter what happens, God is still with you. Let's take a closer look at the prayer we just shared, because every part of it holds a powerful truth. These aren't just words. They are declarations of faith and reminders of the deep connection you have with God. Each phrase is like a step, leading your heart closer to His presence and His promises. The first part of the prayer begins with gratitude. Thank you for never leaving my side. This is where you acknowledge God's constant presence in your life. No matter what you're going through, God has always been there. And by expressing gratitude, you open your heart to recognizing His faithfulness. Next, we declare trust in His strength. In moments of joy, you are my greatest blessing. In times of struggle, you are my strength and my shield. These words remind us that God is both our source of joy and our protector in hard times. When life feels overwhelming, He is the one who carries us through, shielding us from harm and giving us the courage to keep going. The prayer continues with surrender. Lord, today I give you my worries, my doubts, and my fears. By giving God your burdens, you're making a powerful choice to let go of what weighs you down. You're inviting Him to take control and trusting that He will provide for you in ways you can't even imagine. Finally, we ask for His guidance and peace. Please guide my steps, fill my heart with peace, and remind me of your love every day. This is a reminder that you don't have to navigate life alone. God is ready to lead you, calm your heart, and surround you with His love. Every line of this prayer is an act of faith, drawing you closer to God. When you pray with sincerity, these words become a powerful foundation for your day and your life. Let them settle in your heart and remind you of God's presence always. Prayer is deeply personal. It's your direct connection to God, a moment where you can speak to Him honestly, sharing your heart without fear or hesitation. While the prayer we've shared is a beautiful guide, it's also an invitation for you to make it your own. Personalizing your prayer allows you to truly express what's on your mind and in your heart, making your conversation with God even more meaningful. You don't need to have the perfect words. God isn't looking for eloquence. He's listening to the sincerity of your heart. So feel free to add your own thoughts to this prayer. Maybe there's a specific worry that's been weighing on you. Bring it to Him. Perhaps there's something you're thankful for. Tell Him. Or maybe there's a situation where you need clarity. Ask Him for guidance. For example, you could say, Lord, thank you for being with me today. I'm feeling overwhelmed about my work and my family, but I trust that you will help me through this. Or, God, I'm grateful for the strength you've given me this week. Please continue to guide me as I face these challenges. Personalizing the prayer allows you to be real and vulnerable, which deepens your relationship with God. Remember, prayer isn't a performance. It's a conversation with your Creator, the one who knows every part of you. By adding your own words, you're opening your heart even wider to His presence. This prayer is a starting point, a foundation to build upon. Use it as a guide, but let your unique voice and needs shine through. God is ready to hear from you, just as you are. So, speak to Him freely and let Him fill your heart with peace and love. The words of prayer are powerful, but they're even more meaningful when we understand the promises of God that they are built upon. Throughout the Bible, we see reminders of God's love, faithfulness, and presence in our lives. These promises form the foundation of our trust in Him. They reassure us that no matter what we face, God is always near, guiding us, strengthening us, and filling us with hope. When you pray, you are stepping into these promises. You're not just hoping for something good. You're standing on the unshakable truth that God has spoken over your life. He has said that He will never leave you, that He will guide your steps, and that His love for you is constant and unchanging. These truths give us the confidence to pray boldly, knowing that God hears us and will respond. Each time you say the prayer, remember that you're not speaking into a void. You are speaking to the same God who walked with His people through the wilderness, who calmed the storms for His disciples, and who promises to walk with you through every season of your life. His words are timeless, and they are alive in your life right now. Take comfort in knowing that when you pray, you're aligning your heart with God's eternal promises. You are declaring the truth that has been spoken over generations, that God is your refuge, your strength, and your guide. Let this inspire you to pray with confidence, knowing that every word you speak is heard by a God who loves you deeply and is faithful to His word. This is the power of biblical inspiration. It fuels our prayers and strengthens our faith. Now is the time to make prayer a part of your daily life. This isn't just a habit. It's a powerful way to strengthen your relationship with God and bring peace into your heart. Imagine starting each day with a few moments of quiet connection, surrendering your worries and receiving strength for whatever lies ahead. Or ending your day by reflecting on God's goodness and thanking Him for guiding you through. These small moments can create a ripple effect, bringing clarity, hope, and joy to every part of your life. You don't need a special time or place to pray. You can begin right where you are, with just a few words. Choose a moment that works best for you, maybe in the morning, before your day begins, during a lunch break, or before you lay your head down at night. The key is consistency. When you make prayer a regular part of your routine, it becomes a source of strength and stability, no matter what life throws your way. Think of this prayer as a starting point. Let it remind you that God is always near, ready to listen and guide you. The more you pray, the more you'll feel His presence in your life, even in the smallest details. And as you pray daily, you'll notice how your faith grows, how your heart finds peace, and how your perspective shifts from worry to trust. Make this prayer your own and let it become a daily declaration of faith. Invite God into every part of your life and watch how He works in ways that go beyond what you could ever imagine. Start today. Speak the prayer, feel its power, and let it remind you that God is still with you, now and always. Let this truth settle deeply in your heart. God is still with you, no matter what you're facing. Whether it's joy, sorrow, uncertainty, or triumph, His presence surrounds you. He walks with you through every valley and celebrates with you on every mountaintop. His love is unwavering, His faithfulness is unshakable, and His plans for you are filled with hope and purpose. Each day is an opportunity to reconnect with Him, to speak words of gratitude, trust, and surrender through prayer. These moments aren't just rituals, they are lifelines that anchor you in His promises. Through prayer, you are reminded that you're not alone, that you are seen, loved, and cared for by the Creator of the universe. Carry this prayer with you. Speak it each morning as you begin your day, each evening as you prepare to rest, or in any moment when life feels heavy. Let it be a constant reminder of the peace and strength that only God can provide. When you declare this prayer, you're choosing to trust Him, to lean on His promises, and to let His love guide you through every challenge. So, no matter what lies ahead, hold on to this truth. You are never alone. God is still with you, and He always will be. His plans for you are greater than your fears. His strength is greater than your weakness, and His love is greater than anything you will ever face. Let this bring you peace, hope, and courage as you move forward. Thank you for joining me in this message. Now, go forward with faith and let your life be a testimony of God's enduring presence.